Right, so it's the 27th of May 2024 and there's been over 200 loud bikes tied to erections since 9 PM of the 27th of the 5th 2024. Now I didn't do a video properly yesterday, today, of the setups and all the rest of it, because I was doing a documentary regarding Lucifer and dreams and stuff like that. But it's worth mentioning that this issue with loud bikes seems to be very bad at the moment and is increasing, and I'm very annoyed by it. The other odd thing that's occurred today is there's been a fox that's been lying on the dumping area of the garden of the back of where I live, and you can just about see it from angling the camera to where I am, and I took a few pictures of it and whatever else. I've actually showed two staff workers, and Kate thought it looked really cute and all the rest of it. The other staff worker was a little bit not so happy, but I did show her anyway. And I showed a neighbour or two as well, so not something you see every day, but worth mentioning. And that comes into a coincidence because when I was out earlier, there's not something I usually photograph, but it just looked nice with a sort of atmospheric sky around it, and that's a picture of some foxgloves, some of the pinky purple type, and I decided to photograph that, which is not something I usually do, but so it seems to be a foxy sort of day. But when we came past the foxy part of the day, most of the evening has been pretty calm. There's been a bit burning again. Oh, what's causing that? I haven't got a clue, but been burning up pretty bad. And then obviously you had the loud bike issue, as I just mentioned, roughly about 200 at the moment, and it's continuing. Right, so the camera switches off and the camera goes out of focus for Sex van and Mitchell Delga van, and there's also a load of black and blue cars and murder suggestion just before that, to start the 28th of the 5th 2024. Halsey van and GSF van. Choked by crooked setups. There's been 6 catalytic converters started as I pass, which smells like raw vinegar mixed with the smell of rubbing 2 stainless steel crests in between the 2 knives. Sexual car light on. Right, so it's 9 AM and they packed the bus station. They're doing it because it's a cloudy, rainy day. As every day is raining. They only do it when it's sunny. They don't do it when it's sunny. Sorry. 4 cell calls made at me. Coughed up 3 times. Sneezed up 2 times. And spit talking at me 2 times. Right, the money plays up, so all the money tries to piss me about in my hand in a cursed way while trying to pay for stuff, and there's a fart smell. A spit talk ends up in my eye, and a cell call made, and another cell call rings as that person passes me. Surprised he's still standing, said. Right, the sex phone t-shirt with a picture of a smartphone on it. Right, so there's been lots of black and blue and sick and sexual cars and whatever. A couple of hundred of them, in fact. Not 100%, near enough 100% set up to every car, and 100% for suggestions are bad. Several Somerset Waste partnerships. So you had an elite van, or elite, or whatever it's pronounced, for that specific van. Not religious t-shirt, followed by that, and then smash you to pieces rubble flatbed. 360 degrees. Black and blue, white, sick, sexuals, car Zimmer frame angled at me, and a whole load of other setups. Crow says you're definitely a pedo, Just. Definitely a pedo. Well, the government seems to be giving it some with the colour of the cars today. Of the sick white, 2 sick, black and blue white, grey white, sick fucking you. Yeah, they're giving it fucking some today, I tell you. So I mean, every single fucking car on the road. Quite literally 98% of every, so no more than there's 2 cars out of 100 basically that's not set up in that pattern. Otherwise every single car, and it's not just set up moderately strength, it's literally hard fucking action. So I get a bit annoyed by it, and then there's a lorry trying to smash into me to force me on when I try getting across. Then I couldn't cross the path because there's a Sky van, and basically a fucking situation like that. Yes, I made it aware, but there's a Lisa Pike lookalike with greasy hair rubbing against the top of the tree branches as she walks under it. Well, the problem is every single fucking tree branch is wet and it's going across onto my head, and I've got to sanitise my head, and it's happened about 20 now, yeah, unexpectedly 20 fucking times. I put my head fucking down, right, yeah, put my hood down, sorry, fucking evil cunt, Christ. I mean, I had a fucking dream the other night of Lucifer saying that Jesus Christ is going to just fucking rip me to pieces, and the Creator God's going to fucking tear me to fucking fuck with his creation, and that Lucifer's struggling to do anything about it because the power of the ruler man is more powerful than Lucifer, and all Lucifer can do is try his best to break certain rules or powers at times, but he can't promise anything, because he told me in a dream that God's sexually ripping me to fucking pieces and tearing my fucking life apart. But obviously that's the way Jesus Christ wants it, and Lucifer doesn't. Lucifer is actually a nicer chap than I thought, you know. So obviously, you know, he's a goat, he's Baphomet, and saying that Jesus wants you destroyed in this life and then wants to fucking rip me to pieces in my next life and sexually abuse me as a child in my next life, or cause it to happen. And Lucifer thinks that the time's come where I deserve at least some form of something in this life before that happens again, considering I've had nothing in my whole life when it comes to sexuality. I've just discovered that I forgot to charge my batteries up for using the cameras today, so I'm going to have to eliminate some of the stuff that I say when the setups occur and mention it in brief. Seagull says, you've been with your ha. Right, so I've got a penis up and loud bike. I phoned up a clairvoyant. I've done this a couple of times, but they keep on telling me to fuck off, or not giving appointments on the phone or whatever. So, I mean, the eBay issues later this year is the worst ever. So I'm refusing to give you readings and whatever. But anyway, there's been loud bikes tying to an erection. This lady said I can contact her, but she said I need to phone her at a certain time, so I've got to get back with that one. And obviously bike tying to an erection. Sick grey willy up bike, Christ, yeah, this is getting fucking pathetic now, isn't it? More bikes, lots of bikes, Christ, willy up bikes and train timed. There's an ice cream van. I find this fucking unusual, but there's actually a music track that's playing on that ice cream van. I don't know what the music track is, but it's a sample used in a 1994 Jungle record. Right, so there's a toilet block on the top of a van timed, a grey sexual car and a grey car timed, and then there's another load of vehicles basically lying down their fucking throat saying that Karen reported you to the police, you raped Sadie. That's not true, I've never had sex with Sadie. Ricky Hux is the one that's had sex with Sadie. So you need to get their fucking facts right. And obviously in the past they have done things like that, like sort of maybe possibly phone the police, or they've got backup people, because they've got backup Matt, which is a relative, for a similar reason, accusing him of doing stuff that wasn't true. And also they moaned at me because of buying because a certain mum bought presents and they didn't have money to buy them back, and that caused a row as well. So they find all sorts of things to cause issues. But when it comes to the elite or the government or the police fucking putting this corrupt force against me, it's rip you to fucking pieces. We believe people that are shit stirring, basically. All weekend, incidentally, police sirens try and go into the window or whatever in a way to say you raped Sadie, Justin, or you've raped Stephanie, or you're a child rapist, Justin, or you're a sick cunt, Justin. Yeah, police cars just doing it in that way. I don't know what's going on, but it's fucking corrupt. And also, this is interesting. I want to mention this because the staff backed me up on this at supported housing and CCTV, because there's CCTV where I live. The police tried to accuse me of rape. This goes back to 2022. But because I was in the building at that time and CCTV proves it and the staff confirmed it because it's supported housing, they couldn't do nothing about it. And obviously, because the staff were making these allegations, not staff, the police, sorry, hang on, they can't do it because of catalysts, hang on, because the police, because the staff knew where I was and what I was doing at a time or whatever at the when the incident happened, they backed my story up. So obviously I never got in trouble because I didn't do anything wrong and I wasn't there at that time. So that's just another incident I wanted to mention. I would have liked to prefer to put it in a better way of how to mention it, but I'm being fucking choked up by a catalytic converter control. Actually, 2022 was a very fucking bad year. And also another time that I was accused of raping Sadie Dando was when I was at her birthday party. I don't know if it was her 8th or 9th birthday party, because she's a family member to my mum's side of the family. But at the time it occurred, I was actually on a Sinlord site, which is Sinelord, and I was downloading Lee and Guange 2 Deep and Lively Connection by Q Project and Spinback or something like that from that specific site, and I found that jungle track that I wanted before I actually bought the legendary 3 record for 20 or 30 quid back in that sort of time period or just after. And that record today is £400 because of the rarity of it, and because back then people thought that they were going to reissue all this music later on, so all the records went at a cheaper price, and obviously all those records I got rid of. But to a friend on Facebook, who's obviously fallen out now, but I mostly bought the records to take them off and then get rid of the records anyway. But obviously I bought a couple of records back at times, and they were broken on the radiator, as I mentioned, which is accidental. Staff didn't do it on purpose. They turned the heating on thinking they would turn it off, opened all windows, and all the records got damaged. And I bought a couple of represses, but just sentimental ones, because I don't have any records. I thought, just for the sake of having the feel of a record or sort of sentimental value, I have bought a couple back. One's from the man like Pennywise, Suspension of Disbelief, which has just been released in January 2024 on Night Force Recordings. Mystery's not a bad track. It's a track I never used to go much on, but yeah, it's not a bad track either. Proper old school, 1993 should I say, and that's but I'll leave it there on all that, and I'll let you know the rest of the problems later. Just to recap on what I'm doing, I'm basically going back to the ruins, because obviously when I went there the other day, although it's a cloudy day everywhere else, the sun was out where I was persistently for the whole of that day. But there is a bit of bad news, because the sun's trying to come out now. However, it is very, very grey up there, so I'm hoping that when this place opens in 15 minutes, I can just get in there quickly, get these photos, and that's the end of that. Because it's only a 10-minute job getting those photos, maybe 15, 20 minutes at a push. And there's definitely a lot of grey cloud about. However, it is unpredictable, because I was at Weymouth going back to 2022, and it's grey cloud literally like this, and then within minutes it just opened up into blue skies and sunshine for the rest of that day. So it is unpredictable, but I'll keep you informed on this video. Bird or some flying creature is saying, sick, just completely sick, just sick, completely sick, just repeatedly. Right, so it's 10 o'clock and the gate's still shut with the chain around it, so I'm not very happy, and I'm not exactly sure what's happening, because today's the only day I can get the pictures if they open it, because it's going to be sunny from now onwards. But the weather forecast doesn't give a promising look, let's put it that way. Although it's showing rain and cloud, it's mixed with sunshine, where today is showing cloud persistently right through the whole day. I'll give you details on what the weather's like later, just in case it turns sunny. But I need to do something quickly, because the weather's turning. You can see that it's turning. There's still enough for me to get the pictures, probably for the next half an hour, maybe an hour, but it all depends whether they open it, and I can't guarantee whether that moves away or whether it comes into bright weather. I don't know, it's just unpredictable at the moment. 10 past 10, and the sneaky little bastards have brought that fucking sun out. But it is still cloudy, and I'm just about to check to see if that place is open yet. Bird keeps repeating saying you raped her. I made it to where I wanted to go to. There's a cloud for me to get pictures. I'm getting pictures at the moment. How long that'll last, I don't know. Crow is repeating shag, just in that way. The crow's just repeating saying fuck your man. I don't want a man, I want a woman, Christ. There we are, that's why they've had to legalise homosexuality in churches, because the creator God's fucking buckled and fucking fucked up. Bird tweet, you're a paedophile, just. You paedophile. Right, dog has clearly barked. Child molester, Justin. And I don't... It sounded like I said molested Sadie. I don't know if I caught it, I'm not sure. Right, so a bird tweets, "You did do Sadie though, didn't you?" And then crow goes, "Child molester." Crow says, "Go in hell. There's nothing you can do about it. The creator's fucking corrupt. God is absolutely fucking twisted, buckled, hellbent, and is a fucking shit-stirring lying bastard." But the problem is, it's true. You know, he is a lying bastard. The creator God is a lying bastard. Because I've never had sex with Sadie Dando, or Ian Dando, or Stephanie Jill, or Amy Weston, or Stephanie Hill, if that's her surname. It's one of the two. I thought it was Hill, but speaking to an old school friend called Michael, who contacted me in the beginning of 2023, tells me it's Jill, not Hill. So that's why I think it's a possibility. But no matter what happens, the creator God is accusing me of all these fucking rapes that have never taken place, and threatening me with a fire of hell and all the rest of it. There's also Raptor Dream Girls on. There's a Korean artist on YouTube who's had a dream, and she's showing a picture that looks like me being tormented by demons in hell, having my penis ripped to pieces because I've done sins in my life on earth when I haven't. And there's a Stephanie lookalike that's ripping my testicles apart in hell. With the suggestion to apply in the painting that I've had sex with Stephanie when I haven't. So God's making up all this shit and trying to fucking put me and threaten me in hell, and taking the piss and telling me to fuck people that raped me as a child as well. We've had that as voice sounds earlier this morning before we went out. The bird said, "Please will you fuck someone who sexually abused you as a child? Please fuck that person." Aha, you enjoyed sex with people that raped you as a child. There's all that this morning. This is before I went out, but I never did the recording. And then obviously you had all the other stuff when I went out, but the voice sounds weren't that bad this morning, if you get what I'm saying. It was there, but not as fucking nasty as what it is now. Jungle Justin, fucking gone, funny head said. Shot dead child molester just said. This is coming from over the other side, there's people walking about on the other section to this, so it's not actually connected to here, but they're saying it across from the other side. Smash his head in, try blowing the place up with diesel said. Right, there's just been a police siren to say, "Go in jail." I can't remember what the other bit was. So without getting the facts right or anything like that, the police are fucking mangled up in the fucking head with lies. We've got to have, you raped Sadie, you raped Stephanie, and I had sex with Amy Weston. It doesn't matter. We'll rip your fucking life apart and fucking slice your wrist with a creator God and fucking knife you to the fucking floor. That's the police. Thick as fucking shit. Yeah, they've revved it again. Siren caused in a deliberate way. Unfucking believable. Right, now for the 5th time. Let's leave it on record a minute, see if they do it. It's being timed in a way where you can't get the evidence. There's like the voice sounds, suddenly comes to a stop or it changes to a normal pattern. Well, there we are. More sexual fucking slaughter fucking stuff slammed down my fucking throat. Well, they're not taking into account that the only sex I've had in my whole life is being sexually abused as a child, and they're accusing me of fucking child rape with setups. There's yet another police siren, this time to say you're being shot down. Right, just get in there a minute. So, yeah, yet another one, as you can hear. Right, so I'm photographed by single fucking sick mothers that had sex with fucking people in their early 20s, photographed as a sick cunt by teenage single mothers fucking pushing a baby. Well, I'm known as a sick cunt if I don't look at anyone 40, so I'm a bit fucking annoyed at being fucking mouthed off at being told I'm a sick cunt. And I'm photographed. Right, there's a Stella lorry, it's the name of an old granny that used to be the what you call it, guard on the school bus back in the 1990s, the escort or whatever you call it, when I went to Elmwood School. Brooke and Sons. The government went, "Oh, and I'm red and I'm fucking sick." Christ, you crap bastard. Just a quick reminder on the weather. Initially it started to become sunny, but luckily it clouded over again for the pictures that I wanted to take while I was at the ruins. I paid £9 to get in because the price has gone up. But I'm not too bothered because I did get some nice pictures. I only got a few It was sunny at times, but it was very far and few between, so it was good. It turned to hazy sunshine just as I left, which was good. Then I was obviously started on by that single mother, and then obviously from here onwards it started to become a bit more sunny, and I've walked into a couple of nasty people that have photographed me, and one person is mistaking me as Savannah, saying that he wants to fucking knock me fucking flying and bash me out, basically, on sexuality, when I've never had anyone apart from being raped as a child. I try sorting my fucking pockets out, fucking spied on like a piece of shit, so I'm ready to fucking smash that person in with a fucking knife. Because you've got to fucking be nasty today. It's the government's fault, or the creator God's fault, for causing this movement control to be so fucking corrupt 24/7. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. The creator's fucking corrupt, twisted, fucking buckled. Hell fucking bent. My buggy pushed my way and I'm forced to step in sicker I don't see on the path. And it's almost a teenager that's fucking with that pregnated fucking sick cunt. Fucking people under the age of fucking 40 having sex. Sad, very sad or something. So they started, we're getting stunk out by a catalytic converter by a started single mother, a car, sorry. Sig timed. Right, so there's bike break-in to say molested, a name, I've forgotten what it is. Cell call, itchy bumhole to 3 bikes. Bike break-in to say something else, I've forgotten what it is. Right, photo taken of me. Kid, business to say and Somerset Waste Partnership. Right, spick talking from a dirty, unhygienic person goes right all over me. Bike's angled to me, tied to erections, and I can't take a picture because people are about. Car exhaust set up, catalytic converter, and back goes a catalytic converter. More bikes wiggled to my penis going up. I didn't anticipate on getting off of the bus, but because there's spit talking that's just flying in my eye and in my face persistently by people, they're not doing it on purpose. I can't tell them off or do anything about it, but you know, I'm not putting up with it, so I had to get off the bus. Quite gassed up, I started catalytic converters with the wind direction in my direction. They've been doing this for many years. It's sneaky, it's fucking sly. Mercedes-Benz, smash rap, black and blue, knife you dead. You're fucking sick, fucking sick. She's not 40, sick, she's not Lisa Pike. You're fucking crap, Christ, fucking completely fucking crap, pal. Right, 4 vehicles have passed with serious wording on it. The camera refuses to open in that cursed, cunted fucking way. I just managed to picture a grey lorry and that's it. But even that is by the skin of my teeth. God doesn't want me getting the evidence. He wants to fucking destroy me and fucking disguise it. Sneaky little sexual slaughter fucking hammering cunt. Vicious fucking cruelty fucking tear apart. Oh, the government have only buckled the traffic on the road to be about 200 cars with overhanging fucking trailers to rip my legs off, black and fucking blue sick. Right, so vehicle connection, vehicle setups and setups and setups and setups. I mean, I can't get a picture of old building. Very heavy setups, it doesn't matter. But it's got to be sex, son. Crow clearly says, beat him up, paedophile. Forgot to mention there's a hill lorry, a Stephanie car. And I've forgotten what they think other is, written it down. And now we just got a crow just accusing me of raping Sadie Dando when I've never had sex with her or never raped her as a child. Right, a bird saying inject you with HIV just, and basically to cut a long story short, telling me to enjoy sex with someone who sexually abused me as a child. Right, the sneaky little fucking bastards have only timed that 1940s bullet looking car at me again as I come down there and I failed to fucking get photographic evidence. Nasty sexual slaughter bastards. Penis up 9 times loud bike at me. Right, I've been beeped at and pushed out the road because the government don't want me to take a picture of old buildings or whatever. The government want me to take pictures of sex on the beach. Can't do nothing about it. The government are fucking totally fucking brain corrupt and want me fucking knocked off. Fucking evil fucking satanic bastards that fucking worship Jesus Christ, who's an evil bastard. Right, the government are pushing me away from getting the picture. They don't want that picture. All the government want is sexual sunny weather pictures, or to violate you like a piece of shit. There's nothing you can do about it. Anything that's old, the government want you fucking knocked off. They need to disguise anything that's old, so that they can modernise everything and rip people to fucking pieces and slice their wrists with a creator and tear them fucking lives apart. Nothing you can do about it. They're fucking satanic. The Masons are 360 degrees, and they're just fucked up and screwed up. Millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, they don't give a fuck. Right, the government are packing the path with about 50 to 70 people. The maximum I've ever seen on this path is about 15 or 20 in the time period where there's been about 50 to 70 people, while checking my photos to see which ones have come out. Next time I see an arse smashing, that has to be said, but you know, the government can't control their forces. They're corrupt, they're buckled, and they don't like it when you take pictures of old-fashioned fucking buildings. They want you to take pictures of new kids on the beach. The government are demanding it's got to be sexual sunny weather. Give up on the photo, I'm going to have to redo it on another day. Red sexual car, there's been loads of cars, another 200 cars stopping me to take a picture. And also, there's a phone call that brings smoke up the bus, and now there's spittle is flying in my face, mouth, and eye, and head. Not much I can do about it, people are allowed to speak on the phone. But this curse is just the creator God is just absolutely fucking nuts. Bitterness, bitter, and bitter, cold. Right, as I get off at the next place, believe it or not, I won't say who said this, but because I don't want to get any names involved, but they're saying the Empire's taking the piss out of you, mate. That's what was said, which is true. I'd just like to say that 2024, believe it or not, is actually the worst this year for photographs failing to come out than any other year I've taken photographs with any camera. So, worth mentioning. Right, so there's been a sexual car and a van that says it just won't work coming up, bringing the words. I think that's right. Yeah, so that's that. I'm not 100% sure because I can't see on that road ahead, but I think it's "you will be rewarded" van. So I don't know what the next negative setup is, because when something comes out like that, it's never good. Right, I'm not too happy about this. Basically, I just seen a Gabby Borges lookalike, aged about 25. That's the American singer, the actress in America, kissing and cuddling a bit. Right, the battery went flat. Yeah, so this other chap was about roughly my age, about 43, and they were kissing and cuddling and snogging and smiling to each other in the back. I'm not happy about that, because if I look at anyone that age, of 25, at my age, I'm told I'm a sick cunt. I've actually been threatened to chase with a knife because of it. So why is everybody else getting away with it? And that, plus, I'm getting older and I never had anyone. And the bigger the age gap, the worse it gets, and my life gets fucking nasty. And I'm not going to take it ambulance my way. Yeah, I told you tonight, creators fucking falling. Fucking falling, alright. They've messed up with setups like this before. What's happened is, it doesn't make sense, because basically I was looking at a lady who's exactly the same age as me, or just a little bit older than me, and this goes back in Bridgewater. And because I was looking at this lady who's just a little bit older than me, or around the same age, they were fucking hammering setups at me, nailing me as a sick bastard, telling me to up the age. And that was that back then. But it wasn't so menacing as what it is today. But you know, they were making that suggestion regardless. So why? The other thing that they fucked up on is that sometimes it's happening a lot more recently, but it's not very often it happens, or not before the lockdown anyway. They're timing a lookalike that looks identical to myself as a child, sort of the same sort of smoothness of skin and the same sort of facial appearance and whatever, and they just fucking timed an overhanging fucking trailer to try and rip my legs off. A penis up motorbike, that's white Christ, white car. Yeah, so they basically, fuck's sake, sexual motorbike my way. Hang on. Right, so if I could get my say, basically a lookalike to me as a child has been put in my direction, and I've been accused of raping someone that looks like myself as a child with the setups that are occurring lately. It hasn't occurred today, I'm just saying. Sake Christ. Right, so we've had a no sex sticker in the car, in the back of the car, on the bottom corner of the left hand side on the back of the car, passing me, because I looked to see what setups were occurring at the time. And then indefinitely van. So they're fucking up to something, aren't they, these evil bastards? Right, for the last 10 minutes I've just been tortured with about 50 cars. It hasn't been busy, 50 cars roughly. But basically what the setups are to tell me that I've raped Sadie Dando and that I've raped Stephanie Hill, or Jill, whatever her name is. But making the suggestion before that to tell me that that's the reason you're not having sex indefinitely, without getting the fucking facts right. And then after that, when I look at one person in one specific car, I had a drain cover hit over, they timed a lookalike to someone who sexually abused me as a child, tying to an erection, with a bike that followed and a smiley face on a van. Right, there's music playing in the car, so try to do this. Bright items break his leg. I don't know what the track is. After roughly 1 hour of pure sunshine, we've actually got a bit of cloudy weather, but the problem is, every time it's cloudy, it rains. Right, I've had to go into the field because I'm being choked by a catalytic converter from a car exhaust. And I'm getting a little bit annoyed by it because I've had to put up with that all fucking day. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, going on the field. Right, it appears it doesn't seem to have made any difference. I'm still being choked out. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm cursed. Right, person on a cell call has passed me on a cell phone, spit talking in my face and radiation sharing. Nothing I can do about it. The creator is corrupt. Right, so I get... bow whistles. Right, so it's raining a bit. I'm trying to explain what's just happened, but I can't because it's difficult. I've forgotten what the name is fully. It was basically Langford's Turner van, but it's something else that was written on there. I'm trying to think what it is. It's a new van. It's a freshly painted vehicle. Well, how can myself turn against myself? My name's Langford, my surname. But the Langfords have not turned against me because my father, my brother and my mother are all fine with me. But that's the van that's passed. Right, 3 started cars, heavier rain. There's been an advanced air van and a know-how van. They seem to come regular when I come to this place, I notice. Those 2 vehicles, a bit like the grannies for you and up the age van, they seem to come together frequently. And there are other vans that come frequently in that sort of order as well, but I've got to find somewhere to keep dry because it started raining. This time we got rain without the sunshine. Usually when it rains, or recently, it seems to be sort of rain mixed with the sunshine together in a cursed way. Yeah, I've noticed that this cloudy, rainy weather, although I like it, it seems to be putting people's frame of moods to a bit of a nastier approach towards me, I've noticed. That's not always the case because it can happen quite frequent on sunny days, but I have noticed that rainy, cloudy weather seems to have the effect on these bearded type people that give me threats or mistake me as event. And we just had that fucking problem like just now. Again, sorry. Right, catalyst control. Right, I just had a remark. Someone said, these are very old people that said this actually, in fact, we're not old, but oldish. 60-ish, maybe a bit older. You say he needs a paedophile shot down, but one of the ladies that was there looked like she was around my age. So I was looking at her, I thought, what's the problem with that? Maybe that's why that was said. But whoever this person is actually looks older than Karen. And Karen is someone that I used to know that went to Bridgewater College and is 2 years older than me. Well, she looks older than her, but similar looking, almost identical looking to her. In actual fact, you could possibly see the similarity and could mistake her as that person, the person I just saw. But obviously this person must be younger because of what was said. Nothing I can do about it. And incidentally, that Karen, she was getting off with one of the workers at Bridgewater College. She got in a relationship with the one of the teachers there. And the teacher was roughly about my age, just a bit younger, not much younger. and she would have been just turned, no, 17, just turned 18 or something like that, this Karen, and got in a relationship with her. But this Karen didn't like me, so I couldn't go with her. So even though she was sexual looking, it's too late. But it's too late for anybody now. I've got to be sexually abused and accept that Jesus Christ raped the guts in and out of me as a child and stop me getting anyone. And you've got to take into account the Bible says there's no sex in heaven, and that you have immortal bodies or immortal bodies, whatever it is. So yeah, Jesus Christ has really fucked up and messed my life right up, and there's no way I can forgive. Good afternoon everybody, it's Justin Langford, and I've had a clairvoyant reading and I just want to go through it. Today's the 28th of May 2024, and the reading's more positive than I was expecting. And if we go back to the last few months of 2024, I've been refunded on eBay for clairvoyant readings because they don't have anything promising to tell me, or they've just refunded me because they don't want to give me a reading. Only one has actually messaged me and saying that there's some very tough times that you're going to have to face, and they would prefer to give me a reading at a later time. Now, whether she was doing that to be a bit funny or whether it's for another reason, I do not know. But the psychic I've seen today has had a bit more promising news. Like within the past, I've had many readings in the past, and when it comes to girlfriend predictions or sex partners or life improving, they have actually been wrong. So when I mention this reading, there's no guarantee that anything that she said is going to come true. So let's begin. So she said there's going to be troubled times ahead in the next few months. There's going to be slight risks that we all face and from time to time, you know, like going uptown or whatever, and the risk of people starting on you or giving you a hard time. That's not going to stop for the next few months. She didn't pick up on setups or structural force being organised around me, or the loud bike time to get in a stretch or whatever, or people sneezing in my face or whatever, or photographs being taken of me, or people mistaking me as Savannah or whatever. None of that was mentioned, but she did mention alternative suggestions to make the interpretation or apply a similar suggestion, and that I'm going to be facing these sorts of tough times over the next 3 months. Before Christmas 2024, she has predicted a girlfriend to come into my life, and she said this girlfriend's going to be a lot younger than me, and it's not going to be someone that's going to be moany about age gaps or about race or anything like that. No, she didn't tell me whether this is a foreign person or whether it's a British person, but it's definitely an unusual name to be predicted for a girlfriend. The name she gave is similar to the word one or wrong, so it's a hard name to keep remembering. But the name that she's predicted of a girlfriend coming into my life is called Yvonne, if that makes any sense. I've never heard of that name ever. I've never seen a person with that name. I've never seen anything on the internet that mentions or says the name Yvonne. But that is the name of the girlfriend that's coming into my life before Christmas 2024. During the tarot cards, I had the Three of Cups, the Death card, the High Priestess, well, I can't say it now, but you know that one. You had the Lover's card, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. And there was a few other cards, but I can't remember what they were. Now, off the top of my head, I don't know what these cards mean. So I'm just going to give you those cards of being in the reading, because they were basically in that order in the reading, because I wrote it down on paper. But I've forgotten what the other ones are, because the paper's in my pocket at the moment. And she thinks that I need to decorate my place, or not as such decorate it, but tidy it up. So she's right there. She could tell I have autism, mental disabilities. She didn't actually say it as such, but the interpretation of what she was saying made the suggestion that she was aware of it, or she had some knowledge, or she knew that I had autism, basically. So she's right there. She didn't really mention anything about a move, which is a little bit of a shame. I am on gold banding with Home Finder, Somerset County Council, to try and move from my place into a better accommodation to where I am through the mutual exchange register. However, that's not guaranteed yet, so she could be right, but what she did say is when Yvonne comes into my life, there's going to be a transformation and or whatever you want to call it, a change to my life. And she also believes that the music I'm listening to is going to change into a much happier style of music, and said it's a genre of music I like, but don't really listen to it because I'm always down in the dumps, dwelling on the deep and the dark sort of music that I listen to, like the old school jungle or the dark ambient or dark classical or whatever. But according to this clairvoyant, she thinks that this Yvonne that's coming into my life is going to make some changes and is going to affect my ways and affect my music taste to being a bit more happier. But like I said, you can only take these readings as a pinch of salt until there's guarantee and confirmation that the reading's actually going to come true. The next surprising thing she said is this lady that's coming into my life called Yvonne is not going to fall through. She said it's a guarantee. She said I put my bet on it, or she said something or rather like that, and she said it's a guarantee, and she said it's a guarantee it's going to occur before the end of 2024. Now we've heard that one before obviously, and clairvoyants have been wrong, but yeah, she was adamant that the lady that's coming into my life is going to be named Yvonne and is going to come into my life before the end of the year, and she thinks that the progress is going to start very soon of when I get to know this specific person. So that's basically it when it comes to the reading. She said a few bits and pieces that were less irrelevant to the reading, like the way, you know, sort of your eating habits, your drinking habits, you know, those sorts of things. I can't remember exactly what she said, but I didn't really take much of that in. But yeah, she mentioned things like that. But the main part of the reading that I wanted to mention, I've just completed. So thanks for listening, have a great day, and tell me what you think. Bit late, Becky said. I started cars, phones ring up me. Jungle Justin, that's it, being shot dead, said by bearded fucker coming out of wherever that is. Process, total sick cunt, sad man, and total sick cunt man, repeatedly. Obviously it stopped now because I pushed record, but that's what's being said. Showed my started castle with a converter at bus stop, rips in van, and I've messed up or fucked up just. Got penis up like bikes. I've lost where I am. They're on another sheet. Black Central cars, bonus and Central motorbike timed. Boner and Central motorbike again. Blue black one. To say your black set white. Black and blue white. Watertight. Kuna shoots out Central and goes in English. Itchy Bella on Central, very Central looking motorbike on white one. Robbers and Norway. Paramount build. That's 12 bike. About 600 to 700 cars, 80% in the last half an hour. Bonus, some motorbikes just passed with a pink car and a white car. Right, Minger, penis ups a motorbike, penis ups a sexual motorbike, penis ups a motorbike. There's a Lay's Walker's, well, the American version of Walker's Crisp t-shirt, a baby cut-in device. That looks like they're using a 1920s asylum to kill babies in the bath. And obviously gun-shaped looking, knife-shaped, and about 70 cars on top of that. Right, more bike issues, 4 more, all motorbikes. Started car reverses at me, dad top, what's the other, raw van, Michael the Archangel van, cheering van, yeah, van, red bike, car and gun looking miracle, and about 200 cars, 80% set up to suggestion. So I've arrived back home with a headache, and there's a lot of banging sequence threats, and there's a few loud bites timed to a stretch, and that completes today's problems.